Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. We'll begin this evening with new details on a deadly shooting that happened during a family gathering in Harrison County. Yesterday, the Harrison County Sheriff's Office got a report of a shooting on Mitchell Road. Authorities say this all started with an argument involving family members. And as KLTV7's Lauren Tier tells us, so far, no one's been arrested.
At around 11:30 a.m. on Sunday, the Harrison County Sheriff's Office received a call reporting a shooting at a home. Upon arrival, deputies found Derek Jamison dead at the scene.
The details of the scene, as we know them to be thus far, is an argument began between Audrey Jamison, the grandmother, and Derek Jamison, the grandson to Audrey, regarding Derek needing to move from the residence and seek employment.
The sheriff's office states Derek then went outside to a red Mercedes parked in front of the house when an uncle, Frederick Jamison, followed him to try to calm him down. His grandmother, Audrey Jamison, joined the two outside, but by that time, Derek had pulled out a gun from the car and pointed it at Frederick. While Audrey and Frederick tried to calm down Derek, another of his uncles, Brian Jamison, also approached holding a firearm.
At that time, it is believed that Derek sees the firearm that Brian is holding and responds by firing approximately 3 rounds in the direction of Brian, striking him twice.
It is then believed Brian returned fire, striking his nephew once and shattering the driver's side window of the car. Brian Jamison was taken to a hospital in Jacksonville with 2 gunshot wounds. His injuries are not life-threatening. Audrey Jamison was taken to a medical center in Marshall for injuries to her head from the shattered glass of the car window.
No arrests have been made at this time.
Lauren Tier, KLTV 7 News.
And the Harrison County Sheriff says this case could end up going to a grand jury. Brian Jamison is still in the hospital receiving treatment, and deputies have yet to speak with him.